I needed was a test subject. Someone I could experiment on. Someone that seemed strong enough for what I planned to do. Someone that nobody would miss. Someone that had nothing. I spent years looking. No one was good enough for what I wanted. I was just about to give up, but then I found you, my poor little mouse. Alone in the world. No family, friends, or even a partner. Not even a pet. You only had yourself. Perfect for what I needed. As soon as I saw you, I was already obsessed. I knew you were exactly what I was looking for so desperately. And then I took you. I couldn't wait to have you. So I didn't. I kidnapped you and took you to my secret lab. That was the beginning of our fun little experiment sessions together. That was the beginning of something special, little mouse. Something only ours. The beginning of my special undying love for you. The beginning of your ardent, burning hatred for me. I remember the first few days. You were stubborn. Didn't talk. Didn't look at me. Didn't eat nor drink. You acted like you could ignore me forever. Like you could pretend that you weren't stuck in an unfamiliar place with an unknown man. You acted like nothing was happening. As soon as I started torturing you, however, things changed. You started to react, to cry, to scream, even to threaten me. How cute you were, really. Of course, that didn't last long either. Soon, you were begging. Begging for me to stop hurting you. You sounded so sweet, so fragile, so lovely. I'll be honest, little mouse. You almost made me fold. With your sweet tears and sad eyes, you almost made me give up my plans. But I couldn't. Not after everything I did. Not after how far I went to have you. I needed you for my experiments. I couldn't just let you go because you were so adorable. I needed your strong, healthy, and soft body. Your body could take so much. I was so impressed. I pitied you. I really did, believe me. But at the same time, I also loved seeing you shake in agony after I tested my injections on you. I loved seeing you cry, scream, curse at me, like it would somehow help ease the pain you were feeling. I didn't get mad. Never. Because those reactions were everything I wanted. Your honest, raw, and true reactions. Your expressions. Everything I ever wanted in a test subject. You gave it to me. When I cut you, opened you up, moved my hands inside of you, when I examined every part of you, all you could do was stare at me, the gag in your mouth, tears falling down your face and hate flooding your eyes. I couldn't anesthetize you, little mouse. I had to measure your levels of pain, your reactions to everything I did, how much you could take before passing out. And you took so much from me. You took it so good. Such a good little thing for me. I'm a proud man, my darling. So proud of you. Of how strong you are. And proud of me for recognizing your potential. Proud of me for taking what was supposed to be mine. For grabbing the opportunity of having the best test subject anyone could ever have. I was proud of myself for ignoring your desperate pleas. So, after apologizing and giving you a forehead kiss, I kept going. I kept opening you up, operating on you, giving you injections, taking out and putting in different organs, testing your responses to the most painful procedures. I kept going, because I knew that it didn't matter what I did from now on. I couldn't be saved. I was going to hell for all that I did to you. So I kept going. No hesitation, no stopping, no shame. And of course, I kept going because I liked it. I liked seeing you scream. I enjoyed to see your toes curl, your back arch, your eyes roll up so hard I couldn't see their color for minutes on end. I loved your pain, little mouse. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I loved your pain. And I love that I was the one giving it to you. Over time, however, you stopped reacting. I kept going, torturing you, experimenting on you, but you didn't react. No expressions on your pretty face, no struggle, no sounds. Could it be that you got used to the pain, so used to it that it didn't affect you anymore? How curious. After making notes and registering all my observations, like I always did, I kept trying to make you react again. Nothing worked. Plucking your nails out didn't work. Cutting off your fingers and sewing them back together didn't work. The shock collar didn't work. Scalping you didn't work. I jabbed needles into your eyes and you did nothing. Cutting, stabbing, burning, hitting, I tried everything. Every painful method of torture I knew, I tried on you, and nothing made you react. Days went by, and I started feeling weird about the whole thing. Something wasn't right with you. Something wasn't right with me either, but I ignored that feeling and just kept doing what I thought I should do. It was a regular day, and I was trying to make you react once again, like always. Of course, everything was useless. With a heavy sigh, I just stopped what I was doing and looked at you. It was like you were dead. I knew you weren't. You were breathing. But you looked dead all the same. Your eyes were dry. Your face expressionless. You barely moved. You were dead. Dead inside. I broke you. I killed you. That was the objective. It was what I was trying to do. I wanted to know how much a human body could take, yes, but also how much the human mind could take. How long it would last under constant pain, humiliation, and torture. And now I knew. I should be happy, shouldn't I? So why didn't I feel happy? Why was my chest hurting while I was looking at you? Why was I scared? I should be happy that I came to a conclusion to my experiments. I should be happy with all the information I got. I should be celebrating my accomplishments. I should feel satisfied that I finally finished my research. Maybe even go further. Search for another test subject. Someone with a different body, mind, personality, background, different characteristics. See how much it would take to break them compared to you. I should do that, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to keep going. I looked at you, lying on that table, the place where I put you through so much, and I realized I couldn't do that with anyone else. I didn't want anyone else. I wanted you. I wanted you the way you were before. But you were broken. I broke you. I did all those things that made your mind give up. I'm a monster. I knew that from the very beginning, and I was okay with it. But only when I looked at your state on that table did I truly feel like a monster. And I didn't like it. I wasn't okay with that anymore. Suddenly all the moments we spent together in that lab weighed on my heart. All the moments that I loved seeing you in pain. I regretted them. I regretted what I did to you. I regretted hurting you. I regretted the whole damn research. And I regretted ever finding you, little mouse. All my life, I liked causing pain in others. That's why I started all of this, because I wanted to see how far I could go, and how much my test subject could take. I always knew I was a sadistic maniac. I wanted to explore these sick tendencies. Turns out, the sadist ended up falling in love with his victim. Pathetic. I'm completely pathetic. I know. I didn't know that was possible, to be honest. For me to feel love. It's like I fell for a trap laid by myself. I fell in love with you. And you weren't even inside your own mind anymore. All of you, gone. And what was left? A broken, empty, breathing shell. At that moment, with my mind in turmoil, I fell to my knees. I looked at you again. And I cried. That was the first time I felt sad. The first time real tears fell down my face. I cried because I knew I had to mourn you. I had to mourn someone that was physically alive. Someone that was just a thing to me in the beginning. It turned into more when it was already too late. And it was my fault. On my knees, I bowed down. My head was touching the floor. I screamed. My heart hurt like never before, and I just kept screaming in pain, in guilt, in hate for myself, in regret. I cried for you, and for myself too. Hours went by, and I felt like I cried all the water I had in me. I couldn't even feel my knees anymore. With a lot of effort, I was able to stand and walk to the table where you were still lying down. Still in the same position. Still dead. I knew I had to let you go. I looked at you for the last time. I caressed your cheek. I said something I never thought I would say to anyone. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I said it in a shaking tone, my voice weak after all the crying. And then it happened. You looked at me. Your lips trembled lightly, as if you were trying to tell me something. Your eye shed a single, lonely tear. I gasped. A reaction. You finally reacted to something. Before I could do anything, you passed out. You closed your eyes, and I was left wondering if I was going crazy, if I'd seen a hallucination. Something in me woke up. Was it hope? Newfound determination? Curiosity? I wasn't sure, but I wanted to keep you with me for longer. Perhaps you weren't as dead inside as I thought. Perhaps I could fix what I broke. Maybe, just maybe, I could do something. After that day, I started a new research, new experiments. I wanted to see if it was possible to revive someone's mind, to fix your spirit that I had ruined. From that day on, I did everything for you. I cleaned you up. I bandaged you up, gave you medicine. I had to feed and bathe you since you weren't moving much anymore. I dressed you, brushed your hair, took care of you like you were my perfect little doll. And with time, you started reacting to my actions. It started small. First, just some glances. You looked at me, but not with empty eyes like before. You looked at me with curiosity. Then you made little sounds, grunts, moans, sighs. Nothing too big, but still. Reactions. Still better than the uneasy silence from before. Then you started moving more, touching me softly. Every little thing you did made me feel alive, happy. It was working. All my efforts started to show results. You were coming back to life, coming back to me. And then, one day, you spoke. You asked me who I was. I looked at you with eyes wide open, surprised. You forgot me. You forgot about the crazy man that kidnapped you. About the torture, the experiments, the pain, about everything. You forgot about the monster. And I smiled. I smiled in relief. Yes. Yes, yes, yes! It was for the best. You didn't deserve all those horrible scenes playing over and over again in your head. You deserved better than that. If everything that happened was too much, if the trauma was so heavy that your brain made you forget the bad memories, it's only right to leave it at that. I decided to give you new memories. Good ones. Perfect ones. With a smile, I looked at you and I said, I'm your caretaker. And that's exactly what I did. I took care of you. I did everything I could to pay for the sins I committed against you. I tried my best to be the person you needed. Your friend. Your loving caretaker. Your everything. Time went by. Your memories didn't come back. You never fully went back to the way you were before. But you reacted to everything I did. And that's all I wanted. I loved it. Your smiles, your giggles, the shine in your eyes, your content sighs, your playfulness, your innocence. I love them all. More than your pain and screams. More than everything I did before. I loved your happiness. Who would have thought that a life without cutting pain and hurt could suit me so much better? The experiments kept going, though. How would you react to cuddles, gentle touchings, firm hugs, caring eyes, soft words, receiving love? I kept all this new information I gathered in my notes, different ones from before. I threw all those in the trash where they belong, together with all the tools I used to torture you, together with the old, disgusting me that your forgotten self hated. Everything is new now, better, pure. I only hope that the new me and the new you could be happy together forever. I hope that this new experiment can go on for the rest of our lives. I hope I can give you back everything that I so violently took from you. Regardless of what happens from now on, I just hope you know deep in your mind, darling, that you will always be my poor little mouse.